guys, my name's Rhea and welcome back to another Sims 4 build episode. In today's episode, I'm planning on doing yet another honeycomb because somebody on Twitter suggested to me to try and make a hospital and a science lab honeycomb because my last one was a police station themed one. So basically, I will attempt to do these two honeycombs, out of which the first one is going to be the hospital one. Now, I will go ahead and make my just usual honeycomb shape that I normally do. And it's kind of very, very easy to do as well. And we are playing and building in Willow Creek this time, right across from the Goth family. Simply because I wanted to try and see if I can create a honeycomb on a lot that's smaller than 30 by 30, which is usually the lot I play on in in Newcrest. And I do believe I do have to start deleting these from the bottom because the rooms then get merged if I don't. So let me just go ahead and do that. I also kind of thought about the layout of how I want this to look like. And let me just walk you through quickly with what I want to do before going in and setting out the flooring and the wallpaper. So in this bottom area, I kind of want to have a reception, which most hospitals do have, and also make a waiting room. Over on here, these three will be, one will be the OR, and I hope I will be able to actually put everything in that I want it to have. This is then going to be the examination office, like when you go to your family doctor, basically a room like that. Over on here is going to be a lab where they test your blood samples and everything else that you get taken at the hospital. And then I do want to have a doctor's lounge and a hospital room. I might switch it out to a nursery or maybe an ICU, but depending on what I will have to work with, and actually what of the items I will work with is something that will dictate that. But yeah, this is kind of the layout I had in mind. I will go ahead and do the flooring and wallpaper and then bring you guys back so we can try and lay out each of the rooms together before I go in and clutter it some more. Okay, so this is the color scheme I kind of decided to go with. Surprisingly enough, everything over on here is wallpaper and floor-wise from Spade, and I am absolutely liking and loving how these tiles look, as well as these over on here. This kind of gives that sterile vibe in the lab and the future operation room, but also gives this kind of warm feel when you enter the hospital, and you do kind of feel a bit comforted that there's people over here that will help you with whatever ails you. So I have already filtered through the things that I kind of want to implement into the build itself. So we will definitely go with a chemical analyzer as well as a chemistry lab for our lab. I do also want to include a couple of filing cabinets just so they have it at hand. I also want to go ahead and grab this table over on here to act as a kind of operation table, and I hope I will be able to grab the light I am looking for as well. Maybe if we go into lighting, this is the one I was talking about. Of course, I do want it to be like over by the operation table. Let's go ahead and try and see if we can find again what I'm looking for, but it doesn't seem like it. I might have to go into bb dot show can objects, and I do believe that stuff will show up now. Ooh. Let's go one down. I do want this to be like the table where they have their equipment. This is going to be the hospital reception desk, of course. As for the other things, I think a couple of filing cabinets as well would be beneficial over here. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. This is all for prison examination bed, absolutely, for the examination office over on here. Do we necessarily need a medical treadmill? I'm not sure. I will leave this to decide for now. Maybe we will need it and I will just be able to grab it. I wish I could put this like up front and to symbolize that this is a hospital, but we have this medical equipment I want to use for sure. And I also planned on kind of grabbing this as well, maybe even size it down. Just to be like, oh, okay, there's the office area. Not office area, that's the hospital you just came into. Okay, so for benches, this is kind of luxurious for a waiting room, so I do think I will go ahead and grab like 2 of these. Just scoot them like so. And do the very same over on here. Maybe scoot them a bit more to the side. Like so, to be able to grab an end table. Which we don't have in Get to Work. We do, but not the ones I am really looking for. Let's grab this one from base game. I do believe will look very nice. What else? We do need counters over here. I want to have counters, so let's go ahead and grab base game again. Because I will try to do this with as limited packs as possible. I should say. And so far we have 3 of them involved, which are actually not 3, 2. Get to Work and Spade. Actually, this might be Spade. This is from Strangerville, and this is from Get Famous. Okay, maybe we won't be as pack limited, but I will do my best. So actually, let me go ahead and filter base game, Get to Work, Get Famous, Spade, and Strangerville. Just so we see what exactly we have to work with. Even though I did plan on making the windows from the industrial loft kit. Okay, maybe we won't be as pack limited. And we'll just go full out. If I could find the windows that I'm looking for, that would be... We're actually not even. We can go... with these ones, actually. And it would look maybe even better. So let's go ahead and do 2 of these over here. Let's also go ahead and make 2 over here. Now I did plan on having 1 over here. Maybe we do 2 as well over on here. And 1 was meant to be over here. Now this is kind of getting tricky. But I do believe that I will manage to make these windows work one way or another. There's actually a lot of windows. Maybe I should like decrease the amount of them. But I'm still on the look for the... there it is. Oh yeah, this one's much bigger. This one is much bigger, and if I replace it with this, it doesn't look as good, does it? Maybe if I scoot these closer, have them be centered maybe in another color. Brown instead of black would look more inviting, not as dark. Let's scoot these like so. Maybe we keep... No, it kind of looks dirty and you don't want to have that impression with your patients that your office is dirty. So let's go ahead and grab this. I don't know why I put it over here. I don't... Maybe I'll keep it in the patient's room, but I'm not sure just yet. Okay, as for the patient's room, we do want to grab beds. Sure, let's grab these from Get to Work as well and change the swatch if possible to this sterile white. Scoot them a bit apart because I want to do something, which is the room divider, if I'll be able to find any at all. Might be in this category, actually, now that I think of it. Yes, there are room dividers. But I don't really want this one. Kind of like this, but more airy. Island living could work if I find the proper swatch. Or we simply do something like this. Okay, I can't do it straight through the middle. That's a shame, actually. This is kind of tricky. I will have to give it a thought about how I want to actually do it. Might play around with some debug sections, but basically the curtain for privacy, that's kind of the vibe I want to go with over here. And just for the doctor's lounge, I want to... Let's actually grab some sectionals from Dream Home Decorator. Arrange them properly. If they want to clip properly, I guess not. Yeah, there we go. This still refuses to clip on properly. So let's go ahead and scoot them over manually. And let's grab another one like so. maybe even an end piece like this. And scoot it into the proper position. Maybe we'll have this a bit reduced to just this instead. And have over here like counters again with a mini fridge. Let's go with the spotty one, considering. Yeah. I do believe this will be okay. With a small oven on top, and once again these, maybe in gray this time, like these counters over on here. I also want to probably add like a small sitting area, like so. Just so they can have their lunch if they want to. And I'll grab the basic base game chairs as well. And this is basically how I imagine this setup to look like. What I want to do next though is just go ahead and make the best of it, clutter it up as much as possible, and then I'll bring you guys back once I'm done with everything. I do believe the cluttering and everything else is finally done, so let me show you what I came up with. I basically added counters over on here. I added a fire extinguisher, some plants, which actually I didn't add in the other room, so let's just go ahead and do that together while I also walk you through what I actually did. This is kind of big, but I also like it. So let's just go ahead and grab this one from the Courtyard Oasis. But yeah, this is essentially the reception area. You have the small exit sign and everything else that goes with it. A fire extinguisher. I didn't exchange the color either on over here, which should probably be better if I did. And just so it matches the sign on the counter. Then over here, the waiting room. I usually know that waiting rooms have some sort of poster or two in them, at least the ones that exist here in my country. And yeah, these are the only kind of doctor-ish posters I could find. I know they are for veterinarians from the Cats and Dogs pack, but I think they fit, and if you turn a blind eye on the animals there, it looks pretty good. Now over on here, this is the OR. I've added a bit of clutter. I might clutter it up some more as well with more tools if I manage to find them, but I think this is about it, what we will do with it. There's an x-ray scan, so the doctors know what they have to operate on, and moving on to the kind of private practice area of the build, I've added a lot of diplomas, a bit of clutter, this little statue that shows the organs inside and out, and the kind of lab area. I went with a red and orange color scheme. I also didn't change the color of the filing cabinet I see now, but yeah, this is a lot of clutter going on over here, as well as this kind of desk area with the computer. And up over here, this room is very sterile, like usually hospital rooms are. I managed to find the divider I was looking for, as well as some IV stands. And over on here is the doctor's lounge, where they can enjoy and relax in between operations and surgeries, and where they can also eat. But I do believe that this is going to be it for this build. So thank you so much for watching and joining me in this video. In case you want to keep up with me, what I do on screen and off screen, you are more than welcome to follow me on my socials. It's Rhea Plays YT on Twitter. Also, if you want to follow the YouTube channel on Instagram, it's Rhea Plays. But if you just want to follow my Simstagram account, it's simbuildsbyrhea. Also, if you want to download this Honeycomb, as well as any other builds I put up, as well as create a sim items, you can find me on the gallery at bewitchedbystars. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video, or if you generally like the content I'm putting up on my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!